In this video, I'll be going over Meg's perks and how to use sprint burst more efficiently on today's episode of Survivor Review. I'll be taking a deep dive into all three of Meg's perks, explaining how each perk works, and whether or not they're worth running in your next build. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to the channel. With that out of the way, let's get into it. First up on our list is Quick and Quiet. Notice when this perk is unequipped, I make a loud sound while fast vaulting, but when I have it equipped, you hear nothing? Well, this perk gives 100% noise reduction caused by a loud noise notification and sound effects such as vaulting a window or pallet, and running in and out of lockers. It even works on windows and pallets where you can't get a clean fast vault like this. Vaults like that also make noise, but with Quick and Quiet, there's no noise at all. You can easily pair this with other perks such as Head On or Life. The downside with this perk is that it has a cooldown of 20 seconds after using it when it's tier 3. It's a great way to quietly fast vault a window or pallet and make no noise, having the killer lose you for a few seconds, which could give you enough time to make it to another tile and keep the killer away from gens. Overall, Quick and Quiet is a good perk, but it's not necessary to have unless you're running certain perk combos or you just wanted to see the killer during chases. Our second perk Meg provides is called Adrenaline. Adrenaline gives you a free health state once the exit gates are powered. The exit gates are powered by two things: the final gen popping or the killer closing hatch. There are some pros and cons to running Adrenaline, or start off with the pros. First and foremost, once the exit gates are powered, you'll be given one free health state. What I mean by that is if you're downed, you'll be instantly picked up. If you have to mend, it'll only get rid of the mend, but keep you injured. If you're injured, you'll be fully healthy, unless you're affected by the broken status effect, then you will not be healed. The second pro, even though it got nerfed, you'll be given plus 50% haste or 150% faster sprint for 3 seconds. A great way to bait the killer into chasing you once the final gen is near completion. Since it does give you a free health state, and if you're healthy, you can always take a hit to ensure you're fully healthy by the time the final gen is done. It helps get rid of bloodlust if the killer hits you or delays it a bit longer. The final pro is that you can activate any other perk that gives you exhaustion, and exhaustion status effect won't affect the speed boost. For example, if you use Lithe before Adrenaline kicks in, you also get the speed boost from Lithe on top of the speed boost Adrenaline gives you afterwards. Now, we'll move into the cons. First one being that no matter what, once it activates, you'll be given the exhaustion status effect for 40 seconds, meaning you can't use any other perks such as Sprint Burst, Lithe, Dead Hard, etc. until you're no longer exhausted. The second con is that if you get hooked before it does activate, Adrenaline won't give you that one free health state or speed boost once you get unhooked. Before they nerfed it, Adrenaline would work after you get unhooked, so your chances of escaping were pretty high. It's not as big of a deal, but if you went against a Freddy and you were asleep, you would wake up while in chase, but this effect was taken out when Adrenaline got nerfed. Adrenaline isn't as strong as it used to be, but the free health state and speed boost can be devastating to the killer and might give your teammates a shot to open the gate and ensure your survival. Finally, we have Sprint Burst. Sprinting at any point will activate it, giving you plus 50% haste or 150% speed boost for 3 seconds. It's just like Adrenaline, but without the healing part, and you can use it whenever you're no longer exhausted. The cooldown can decrease dramatically if you use a perk called Vigil, but that's for another day. Do note that if you're sprinting while the exhaustion status effect is still active, it will not go on cooldown, or if the killer has Mindbreaker, it'll also pause the timer. Let's talk about how using Sprint Burst wrong. At the start of the match, you can go one of two ways. You can A, use Sprint Burst right off the bat and find a gen, or B, walk till you find a gen, saving the speed boost for later. I would say it's best to save it till you're at the gen, but if you want to use it right off the bat, then go ahead. Here's how I would use it. I recommend 90-90ing it. What I mean by that is go ahead and use it so that you are exhausted and hop on a gen. Once you feel the killer gets close and the status effect is nearing its end, or you see little to no red but you're still exhausted, you can walk around till the killer spots you, or if you're feeling greedy or lucky, you can find the killer and get him to chase you. Once you feel the killer is close enough, sprint away immediately, activating it, and keep running till you lose a killer or the killer gives up on you. Let me show you what I mean about 90-90ing it. On the right side of the screen, the red bar is almost gone, even if I'm actively sprinting. I have yet to stop to no longer be exhausted, but you can still see that I still am. Sprint Burst is an underrated perk that isn't used to its best of its ability, but it can be a great perk once you're able to activate it at any given time. To wrap it up, these are 3 good perks that have their own unique playstyles that help you escape chases and survive in endgame. Quick and Quiet makes vaulting and hopping in and out of lockers 100% quiet with a minimal cooldown. Adrenaline gives you a much needed extra health state in the end if it's needed, and a speed boost that increases your chance at surviving. Sprint Burst is an easy perk to use that gives you a speed boost to quickly get away from the killer and reach another tile or make it to another pallet. This concludes our episode of Character Review. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care.